right now. Before we get started, I do want to talk about some aromatherapy products I have available on my website, which is undeniabletings.com. The link is in the description box below. But this is some perfume that you can wear. It's called Zen Motherfucker, and it's used to just bring forth calming energy to calm down the nervous system. It doesn't use, it has notes of eucalyptus, sage, um hibiscus, and lavender, and you can spray that on you, spray it in the air. One of my clients, she lives in New York City, she sprays this on her before she gets on the train and people leave her alone. I also have the scent in the form of a candle, so you can light that in your home, your bathroom, wherever you reside. Okay, so, or at work. Work is good too. But let's get into it. Let's get into your reading. That's just some housekeeping. Let's get um into your reading. Let's see what you need to know right now, Pisces. What does the Pisces collective need to know right now? Spirit guides, ancestors, angels. Let's see. Ooh, serendipity. That came right out. And breathe. Okay. So I'm getting a strong message here about how things will naturally fall into place when you relax, when you take a moment, when you give things room and space to breathe. Okay? So this reading, spirit wants you to know that there is some type of opportunity or success that you are going to have with something if you do nothing. um it's when you initiate and try to force things, that's when you're going to maybe miss this opportunity, or you know, I'm not going to say mess it up, because you can't mess up an opportunity, but you can sometimes miss an opportunity. um but yeah, I'm hearing something, I'm seeing that, it may be best for you to do nothing and it'll just happen. I usually don't advise that, but going with the flow and, letting the universe take the lead, letting something come to you, Pisces. But let's see what this is about. For some of you guys, another message I'm getting is that this is the calm before the storm, Pisces. Like, your life is about to take off, and you may have time right now to really rest and get yourself together so that when things start moving, when opportunity starts to present itself, you're ready. But take this time, like, don't rush into things. Take this time to really rest, get yourself together, um so that when opportunity presents itself, you'll be ready. You won't be all tired. Yeah, there's something about you. This is kind of like preparing to, like, when Cardi B was going on tour, like preparing to go on tour, taking like a month or two to really prep, to eat healthy, to train, to sleep well, to get your vitamins, to get prepared, because it's showtime. Once it's showtime, you on the road. Every week it's something. Every week it's a show. So I don't know, the 4 of Wands could literally be a performance. Some of you guys, um you're going to be presenting yourself to an audience, a stage, a community. I don't know what it is, but you're going to be on display where you got to be on at all times, because if you're off, like, it's not going to read well. So take this time to really prepare. Um get your rest, eat healthy. If you are like about to launch something into the world, maybe this is a podcast, maybe this is a new song you're about to drop, maybe this is a piece of artwork, or I don't know, or if you're about to go into a field or career, like, this is like finally getting your career job or something where you have to be on. Yeah, there's some type of new opportunity here. Yeah, where sorry y'all, glitch. But yeah, there's some type of opportunity here, a new opportunity where you are going to have to, like, there's no time for rest once you enter into this world, or enter that stage. You are on display, people can see you, people are evaluating you, so you got to make sure you are on point. You don't want to get on there and not know what you're doing, or you're tired, you don't have energy, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to read well. So make sure you're taking that time to really prepare yourself, to really get yourself together, because it's about to be showtime. The Four of Wands plus the Ace of Wands, that can even indicate, because the four plus the one equals five. That can indicate the Five of Wands, which is um a situation where you're going to be around competition. You're going to be in a place where people are going to be competing, or you know, there's some type of level of competitiveness. So you want to make sure you have your shit together, so that when you're amongst these other people, like, who they you don't need no matchup. Like, you're the star, like, you're it. um I'm seeing, like, now I'm thinking about dance moms, how they, like, they trained and they trained and they trained, and then when they went to the dance competitions, they won the dance competitions. So, oh, thank you. Myriad, what is it? Myriad Obsessions. Thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. I don't know what y'all are training for. A marathon, a competition. Maybe you're going on America's Got Talent, or you may be trying to get that job, or I don't know what it is, but y'all need to take this time, Pisces, to really prepare, to really get your shit together, because once it's showtime, baby, it's showtime, okay? And you don't want to miss opportunity because you wasn't ready. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. That's what I'm naming that reading. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Yeah. You need to be, with the Eight of Pentacles, you need to be practicing something every day, whether it's a gift, a talent, a skill. If you gotta present a project, make sure you are, you're practicing your presentation, you're practicing your singing skills, you're practicing your piano. Maybe you're training for a marathon. I don't know what y'all are doing, Pisces, but you need to practice. Practice makes perfect, and you need to be consistent with something, because it is going to, once you get on stage, it's not your stage fright or whatever you're presenting yourself to. It's gonna be like, well, you've been doing this every day. What you scared of? You know it like the back of your hand. You know what I'm saying? Um. Oh, I didn't even see this card here. What is this card? The Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I'm a Pisces. Yep. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune reverse. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is, I'm reading this in two ways. You need to be stable and consistent with yourself, so that when things are unpredictable, or you don't know what to expect, or like, you are the source of stability in this situation. You can't rely on the things outside of yourself to bring forth some type of stability. Like, you got to know that wherever you go, you're going to be the shit, Pisces, because you've been practicing. Like, you've been in the mirror, you've been doing this every day. So it doesn't matter if you auditioning here, if you're performing here, like, you're going to showcase your talent, your gift, your skills at the optimum level each time. It doesn't matter where you go to do it, because you've been practicing. Like, you are the source of the stability in a situation. So I could read it like that. I also could read it as, if you want to be great, you have to do things differently than what you've been doing to get a greater outcome. So let's say, like, for example, when you work out, right? Eventually your body starts to get used to your routine, and then it doesn't get sore anymore. Your muscles don't break down to rebuild. It's gotten used to that routine. So you got to go a little bit harder next time, or you got to run a little bit longer, so that you can keep getting, like, better, getting breaking that base level. In, I don't know the terminology, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, you have to get a little bit more intense each time to push yourself and push your limits. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what this is about, Pisces, but I do though. Yes. Let's get some closing messages. Cause I mean, this message is straightforward. Like, straightforward. Y'all are about to be live Fox 5, and you got to make sure you ready. Because I don't know if somebody's going to put you on the spot or if you already know about some type of deadline approaching where you got to get your shit together. But either which way, like, practice makes perfect and hard work beats talent any day. All right, so let's see. This is too many cards. Let's just get one at a time, Spirit. All right, well, agree to disagree. Never rob someone of their rock bottom. I don't know why I'm getting with this card, agree to disagree and never rob someone of their rock bottom. Let's see. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. Pisces, I feel like a lot of people around you, or it could be a specific person, tried to convince you of otherwise. And maybe their intentions was to save you from some type of difficulty that you were going to have to go through to get to the success through this path. So for example, I'm going to give you an example. There's this guy on YouTube. His name is, I think it's Gooby and Doobie or something like that. And he was basically a surgeon, a neurosurgeon for like 20 years, something like that. And he quit his neurosurgeon job because it just was depressive. It made him sad and stressful, and he didn't agree with like how the pharmaceutical industry, the medical industry dealt with patients, and he didn't agree, it didn't align with him anymore. And it wasn't, he didn't feel aligned to it, and it was just causing a lot of like, spiritual chaos for him. And after he thought about this decision of retiring for like 2 years, his dad and his dad's best friend basically came to visit him and basically tried to talk him back into going back to the medical field, going back to being a neurosurgeon. And the intention, the dad was trying to make sure that he had stability and that like he didn't just throw away his career path that he worked on for 40 years. But the guy, like his name is Doobie, I think, or Doobie or Gooby or something like that. He got really upset about like his dad trying to convince him to go back to um the medical field because he thought about leaving for such a long time that he didn't have any reservations of leaving anymore. And even though he didn't know what he was going to go through next, he just knew that that wasn't the path for him. And his dad was trying to like, because like being a neurosurgeon, a doctor, being in the medical field, it gives you a sense of security when it comes to societal norms and just kind of like wandering. And now he does YouTube, he gets paid to do YouTube videos, but like maybe his dad knew that he was going to go through a difficult time from this drastic shift of careers. And it's kind of like the guy needed to go through that though. And I just feel like Pisces, you need to go through that as well. You may need to go through, whatever you have to go through to get success in this field of whatever you're pursuing. And even if other people think that what you're doing may not be successful, or it may not be a path that you should go on. Like you can just agree to disagree. You don't have to absorb what they're saying. You can just observe it and then move on and keep doing what you've been doing. Because Pisces, I feel like like you also know that with something in the buttermilk ain't clean, you also know that people don't necessarily have the best intentions when they're trying to give you advice on something that they never even done before themselves. And it may not even be intentional, but sometimes it may not even be like intentionally unintentional. Wait, did I say that right? Intentionally unintentional. It might not be unintentionally intentional. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But either which way, Some people have different reasons, rhymes and reasons as to why they advise certain things to certain people. Some people, they tell you that you can't do something because they never did it. So why would you be able to do it? That's projecting. And some people, they're just worried, they're fearful of, how the universe and how life is going right now. And some people, they just don't agree with it altogether. But either which way, can't nobody tell you what you need to do, Pisces, because you only could tell yourself that. But anyway, you're on the right path, Pisces. Your opportunity is coming in. So you need to stop worrying about what they trying to tell you what to do and all this stuff, and just focus on preparing for your opportunity. I'm getting like an analogy of like how Rocky was training for his fight. He was training for that fight so he could win. Like you need to train, you need to prepare, cuz once it's showtime, it's showtime. All right? That's your message, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can book one online with me at unrivaledthings.com. My website is in the description box below. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.